All glory to Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glory to Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. So welcome to this morning Bhagavatam class. Today we are reciting the verse from Canto 4, chapter 22nd. Prithu Maharaj's meeting with the Kumaras, and the text number 20. So please repeat. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Asti eva rajan bhavato madhudvishaha padaravindasya gunanuvadane ratirdrupat vidunoti naistikit Kamam kasayam malamantaratmanaha Asti eva rajan bhavato madhudvishaha Padaravindasya gunanuvadane Ratirdurapa vidunoti naistiki Kamam kasayam malamantaratmanaha Asti eva rajan bhavato madhudvishaha Padaravindasya gunanuvadane Ratirdurapa vidunoti naistiki Kamam kasayam malamantaratmanaha Prabhuji. Aste varajan hato madhudvishaha Padaravindasya gunanavadane Ratirdurapa vidunoti naistiki Kamam kasayam malamantaratmana Asti varajan bhavato madhudvishaha Padaravindasya gunanavadane Ratirdurapa vidunoti naistiki Kamam kasayam malamantaratmana. Anyone would like to try? Asti eva rajan bhavato madhurastisha Padaravindasya gunanuvadane Ratirdurapa vidunoti naistiki Kamam kasayam malamantaratmana अस्ति एव राजन् भवतो मधुद्विषः पादारविन्दस्य गुणानुवादने रतिर्दुरापा विदुनोति नैष्टिकी कामां कषायं मलमन्तरात्मना. Word to word meaning. Asti, there is. Eva, certainly. Rajan, O king. Bhavata, your. Madhu Dvisha, of the Lord. Pada Aravindasya, of the lotus feet. Guna Anuvadane, in glorifying. Rathi, attachment. Durapa, very difficult. Vidunoti, washes. Naistiki, unflinching. Kamam, lusty. Kashayam, the embellishment of lusty desire. Malam, dirty. Anta Atmana, from the core of the heart. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation, please repeat. Sanat-kumāra continued. My dear king, you already have an inclination to glorify the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such attachment is very difficult to achieve. But when one has attained such unflinching faith in the Lord, it automatically cleanses lusty desires from the core of the heart. Purport. Satatam prasangam mamamirya samnido bhavanti kruhrut karana rasayana kata tajjoshanad aiva apavarga vartamani sruhurad matratir bhaktir anukrameshyati. This is Bhagavatam 3:25-25. By association with devotees, dirty things within the heart of a materialistic man are gradually washed away by the grace of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As silver becomes shiny by being polished, the heart of a materialistic person is cleansed of lusty desires by the good association of devotees. Actually, the living being has no connection with this material enjoyment nor with lusty desires. He is simply imagining or dreaming while asleep, but by the association of the pure devotees, he is awakened, and immediately the spirit soul is situated in his own glory by understanding his constitutional position as the eternal servant of the Lord. Pruthu Maharaj was already a self-realized soul. Therefore, he had a natural inclination to glorify the activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Kumaras assured him that there was no chance of his falling victim to the illusionary energy of the Supreme Lord. In other words, that process of hearing and chanting about the glories of the Lord is the only means to clarify the heart of material contamination. But by the process of karma, jnana and yoga, no one will succeed in driving away the contamination from the heart. But once a person takes to the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord by devotional service, automatically all dirty things in the heart are removed without difficulty. Mangalacharan. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadate Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanvitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpa tarubhyasya krupa sindubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktarunda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we are continuing the Prithu Maharaj pastimes. So in this chapter, Prithu Maharaj got the opportunity to meet 4 Kumaras, and he received very nicely, and then he offered his obeisances and glorifications. Now, in today's verse, the 4 Kumaras that's talking to Prithu Maharaj. So if you read the first line of the translation, my dear king, you already have an inclination to glorify the lotus feet of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such attachment is very difficult to achieve. So here Prithu Maharaj is already got the darshan of Vishnu, and he was received all the benedictions. So he was inclined to do the glorification of the Supreme Lord. But in the Bhagavatam it is mentioned, Srila Prabhupada's translation, it is mentioned, such attachment is very difficult to achieve. Means achieving the lotus feet of Supreme Lord is not an easy thing, it is difficult. So is it a difficult or easy? What is your? Both. Yes, you are right. It's yes and no. It's difficult as well as not difficult. Today we will discuss that. We will analyze that statement and we'll refer some references from Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita, and to understand whether it is taking the lotus feet of Lord, is it a difficult or is it easy? So the first example I would like to take in this regard is Srimad Bhagavatam. In the 3rd canto we could see the Brahma. So Brahma is appeared from the lotus flower of the Supreme Lord. It is coming from the navel of the lotus Supreme Lord, and from the top of the lotus flower Brahma was there. As soon as he came out of the flower, then he was looking all over the world, and he was not able to understand what is it. So he circumambulated all the space, but he was not able to understand. And then he was thinking about, he perplexed about creation, how to do that. He doesn't have any, he was not having any clue, and he started thinking, and for a long time, it took almost for a millennium, he started thinking. And then he took the underneath the flower. He was assuming that he has something underneath the flower, something should be there. Then he wanted to go down to the stem of the lotus flower, and he was looking around. He went down and he went near the water, but he could not find the root of the flower. And then he came back. Then he realized that, okay, then he tried so many ways to understand what is the root, how he has to do creation, everything. He was confused. And then after that he started meditating on the Supreme Lord. When he heard the word tapa from the Supreme Lord, then he started meditating on Supreme Lord. And for how long he meditated? Almost 100 years of Brahma he meditated. And then with that knowledge, meditation on Supreme Lord, and then he realized, he got the knowledge. How? Then he realized that Supreme Lord is there within his heart and he is giving the knowledge. And then again he looked down the flower through stem. Then underneath he could see very bright illuminating Sheshanag was there, and the Supreme Lord lying on the Sheshanag, and he could see the darshan of the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, the Brahma. So we could see the effort spent by Brahma to get the darshan of the Supreme Lord, to get this darshan of the lotus feet of the Supreme. So what he did, he tried to do on his own. With own his endeavor, he was trying to find the root of this flower, and then he was trying to see where is the source and how he has to do creation. But he was not succeeded. Then he got the instructions then he did the tapasya to the Supreme Lord. After so many years of tapasya, then within the heart he realized the knowledge, and then he realized that Supreme Lord is there under the Sheshanag, and he got the darshan, and then he received the instruction from Brahma. And then he started creating the material world, secondary creation. Supreme Lord Vishnu created all the Purusha avatars, came and created the primary creation, and then Brahma started creating. So here what we understand, Brahma spent so much time to get the darshan of the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. Right? So this is one example. Then after that Brahma continued creating the secondary world. Now when you see the second example, one more thing from Srimad Bhagavatam. We all know the pastimes of Dhruva Maharaj. Before this Prithu Maharaj pastimes, we studied Dhruva Maharaj pastime as well. Right? So when in Dhruva Maharaj pastime, his stepmother insulted Dhruva Maharaj. And he was only 5 years old boy. He was very angry, and he went to his mother, Suniti. And what mother told? So the stepmother told, you go and if you have to sit on the lap of your father, you have to take next birth. You go and pray Vishnu. Right? So then the mother told, when he came back to his mother told, yes, you are right, you go and pray Vishnu in the forest. Then what he did, he went to forest. On the way to forest, by the mercy of Lord, Narada Muni appeared to the Dhruva Maharaj, and Dhruva Maharaj got the instructions from Narada Muni how to perform the devotion. And then he went to the Yamuna river, he took the bath, and in the Madhuvan he started doing tapasya. And how he did tapasya? In the first month, Dhruva Maharaj ate only fruits and berries on every third day. 1 month when he started this tapasya, first month he started only eating fruits every third day, only to keep the body and soul together. And in this way, he progressed in worship of the Supreme Lord. And in the second month, Dhruva Maharaj ate only every 6 days. And what he was eating? Only grass and leaves. So this is the austerity he is doing to see the darshan of the Lord. And then he get the blessings of the lotus feet of the Lord. Right? So thus he continued worship in the second month. Every 6 days he was having only leaves and grass. In the third month, drank water only every 9 days. Thus, he remained completely in trance and worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So like that he was continuing. And in the fourth month, it was described in Srimad Bhagavatam in the 4th canto. In the 4th month, Dhruva Maharaj became a complete master of breathing exercise, and thus he inhaled air only every 12th day. So see the level of austerity they were. So he was chanting the holy name. He is doing all this Ashtanga yoga and trying to control his senses. Why he is doing? He was trying to control his senses, and so that he can fix his mind on Supreme Lord. That was the aim. With that purpose, he was breathing only every 12th day, and he became completely fixed in his position and worshipped Supreme Lord. By the 5th month, Maharaj Dhruva had controlled his breathing so perfectly that he was able to stand only one leg. And he completely controlled his senses and their objects, and in this way, he fixed his mind without diversion to anything else upon the form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So to just fix his mind on the Supreme Lord, he followed Ashtanga Yoga. So for that, he controlled food, he controlled his senses, he controlled his breathing. Finally, he was able to fix his mind completely absorbed in the Supreme Lord while chanting the Mahamantra given by Narada Muni. And when Dhruva Maharaj has captured Supreme Personality of God, who is the refuge of the total material creation and who is the master of all living entities, the three worlds began to tremble. So much disturbance created because of this tapasya, and finally Lord appeared, and then he got the benediction from Supreme Lord. So these two examples, like the Brahma's example and the Dhruva Maharaj example, proving that getting the lotus feet of Supreme Lord is very difficult, right? And if you see in the Bhagavad Gita, the 9th chapter, 26th verse, we have the verse, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhakta Prayachati Tadaham Bhakti Upartam Yas Asnami Prayatatmana. Right? In this verse, translation says, if one offers me with love and devotion the leaf, the flower, the fruit, the water, I will accept. So it is a very simple process. But the prerequisite in the verse, in the translation, Prabhupada, it's love and devotion. You need to offer with love and devotion, then Lord will accept. Right? Process is simple, but our consciousness should be like we should develop the love and devotion towards Lord. Then only He will accept if it is water, fruit, leaf or flower, anything. Right? So, when we, in the neophyte stage, if we have to offer the love and devotion, after years of practice, we may develop that loving attitude. Otherwise, in the beginning of when we start our devotion, we want to offer. What would be our motivating factor? If you remember the verse from Bhagavad Gita, 3rd chapter, Yajñartat karmanonartha lokoyam lokabandhana tadartam karma kaunteya mukta sangha samaja. What work has to be done as a sacrifice to Vishnu, otherwise it will cause bondage. So you will have the motivation only, keeping this motivation, okay, if I don't offer the food, I eat, it will create a karma, it will create a bondage. That will the mood we will start when we in the neophyte stage, right? There is no love, but when you are offering patram pushpam phalam toyam, Krishna is demanding we should offer with love and devotion. But in neophyte stage, we will not have this love and devotion, right? So it's only we know that Bhagavad Gita that if you don't offer, it will cause bondage, karma. That's why I'm offering. But there is no love. If we have to develop the love, what is the process? There are 9 stages of devotion, right? First, Shraddha. Then we need to develop the faith. Then Sadhu Sangha. Then we have to association with the devotees. Then Bhajana Kriya. That's where the devotional service starts. First, you have some faith. You start coming to the temple regularly. Then you have got the opportunity to associate with the devotees. By seeing the devotees, you will be inspired to the devotional service, like chanting, coming and sitting in the Bhagavatam class, doing some seva in the temple. So all these things will come. So when you are involved in this devotional service, then anartha nivrutti comes, right? And then all your anarthas will be removed. Then you will have a steadiness in your devotion, that is nishtha. Then up till that you are having the only as a part of vidhi vidhan you are doing nishtha stand. Then you develop taste. This is where you will start. It's not just as a practice. You would love to do that. Oh, I would love to do this service. Like that you will. And then you will have asakti, attachment towards, okay, I would like to do this service. You will develop so strong attachment to that. And then you love bhava. This is ecstatic love. And then finally, prema, the pure love. See, these are the various stages we have to there in the devotion. Finally, we'll get the bhava stage or prema stage, right? So if you say the patram pushpam valam toyam yome bhakta prayasdi, Krishna is offering us, demanding from love and devotion. To get this love, you have to follow these stages of practices. Then you will be able to offer with love and devotion. So why I'm telling it, these many stages, we have to remove all of our anarthas. Then we have to develop the study in your devotion. Then you will attachment. Finally, you will get love. With that love, when you offer, Lord will accept, right? That is these are the different things so all these, then when your Lord accept, then He will give the mercy, benediction, then you will get the darshan of His lotus feet. So these are all the various references we can prove that getting the association of the lotus feet of the Lord is very difficult. And if you, the famous verse from Bhagavad Gita, 18.66, what it says, Sarva dharman parityaja mamekam sharanam vaja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshashyami mashacha. Krishna is saying that abandon all your religious activities and just surrender unto me. Then I shall deliver you from all the sinful reactions. Do not fear. So Krishna is ready to remove all our sinful reactions. But what is the prerequisite again? Abandon all your religious, just surrender unto me. So these are all the various prerequisites. When you are offering something, you need to do love and devotion. When you are surrendering, when you want to take the protection of the lotus feet of the Lord, you need to surrender. And when you following various austerities and tapasya as per Vedic injunctions, it takes longer time. So, considering all, we can see from this verse, it is very difficult to achieve the lotus feet of the Lord. And if you see, like the surrender aspect, when Bharat Maharaj is a devotee and he left everything to surrender to the Lord by leaving everything, his kingdom, family, everything he left, and he came to forest so that he can focus on devotion of the Lord. But what happened? He got distracted by a deer. And it took 2 more births to go back to Godhead to get the darshan of the Lord. Right? So even if you surrender also, you will have a distractions, it's not sure that you. So these are all the challenges, prove that attaining the lotus feet of the Lord is very difficult. Right? But this is all one side of the scriptural injunctions where how difficult it is. But the next thing, important thing is, until Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared on this earth planet, these all things looks difficult. Right? So, but when the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared on this planet, the reason for appearing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on this planet, right? There are melted in Chaitanya Charitamrita, many reasons mentioned. There are some external reasons and internal reasons. One of the reasons for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appearance on this planet is he wanted to distribute Krishna Prema easily, without any discrimination, without any. See, like if you see the 9 stages of devotion, only the last stage, by mercy of devotees, by mercy of Supreme Lord, you will attain love. That same love, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu distributing without any discrimination. He is freely distributing. So, one of the reasons it was mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila, 3rd chapter, 14th verse. Chirakale nahi kare prema bhakti dana, bhakti vina jagatare nahi avasthana. And the next verse it was mentioning, 315. Sakala jagate more kare vidhi bhakti vraja bhava padna nahi sakti. So, in the first 2, there the 14th and 15th verse, Chirakale nahi kare prema bhakti dana. Krishna is thinking, before appearing as the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on this planet, he was meditating on his thing. For a long time, I have not bestowed a loving service to me upon the inhabitants of the world. So he didn't give any opportunity to the conditioned living entities in the material to perform prema bhakti. So without such loving attachment, the existence of the material world is useless. This is what Krishna is feeling internally himself. So he was not able to give prema bhakti to anyone so far. And now, without prema bhakti, these conditioned living entities will have not their material existence is useless. So he was thinking that he wanted to give the prema bhakti. And why he wanted to do, the reason is mentioning. Sakala jagata more kare vidhi bhakti. So everyone in the world, people worship according to scriptural injunction. Why the bhakti, right? We have to vidhi vidhan, like you have to do for regulative principles, chant 16 rounds, Mangala Harati, everything you have to do. Then you will pass all the anartha nivritti, different stages, finally you will get Krishna Prema, right? So, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saying, we all follow vidhi vidhan to get the bhakti. Vidhi bhakti vraja bhava paite nahi sakti. So this vidhi vidhan will not give a prema of the Lord. It is very difficult. You want that everywhere in the world, people worship me according to scriptural injunctions. But simply by following such regulative principles, one cannot attain the loving sentiment of the devotee in Vraja Bhumi. The people express the kind of love in Vrajdam people will exhibit, that normal people will not get because with the vidhi-vidhan of the bhakti. So he wanted to distribute bhakti prema, the Krishna prema to the everyone in this material. That is one of the reasons why. Then when you get the Krishna prema, we see that Chaitanya Prabhu, how he translated and transformed everybody. Right? So one more pastime related to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in relation to this chanting and Krishna prema. Like when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was traveling to Vrindavan, and in between he stopped at Varanasi. And he went, and on the way, both while going to Vrindavan and while coming back from Vrindavan, he stopped at Varanasi. And while coming back from Vrindavan, when he stopped at Varanasi, he was preaching to Sanatan Goswami. At that time, the Varanasi was famous for impersonalist sannyasis. It's the headquarters of impersonalist sannyasis. And everybody was criticizing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because even though he's a sannyasi, he doesn't read Vedanta philosophy, he doesn't meditate, he only chant and dance. So there I have these impersonal sannyasis, they believe that as a sannyasi you need to read Vedanta Sutra, understand everything, and then meditate and merge in the Brahman. Right? That is their process. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is completely not following, is completely avoiding those rules, and he was just chanting, dancing, right? So these people are very blaspheming Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu know that they are all banned, and he was simply smiling and ignoring, and he is not associating with those sannyasis. And then he was staying with one of the Shudras, the Chandrasekhara, and he was having prasadam, honoring prasadam at Tapan Mishra. So they were feeling very sad, because everyone is all other sannyasis were criticizing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and these people were unable to tolerate. And then the one day, one Brahmana came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was also a follower of the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and told that, I invited all the Mayavadi sannyasis to my house. Please, you also come to this, my place. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted. And he went to that Brahmana's house. All the Mayavadi sannyasis assembled there. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu entered, he washed his feet, and then he sat underneath just very not a bit far from the main all the sannyasis, and below some high, they are on the top of some high stage kind of thing. They are sitting there, and below that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was sitting. Then the sannyasis were, as soon as these Mayavadi sannyasis saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because of his mystic power, he was looking so effulgent, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And all the Mayavadi sannyasis, it was attracted, captivated that figure of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And they stood up. And the head of the Mayavadi sannyasis, he came and he took the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and took them into the middle of the assembly. Then he was asking, the sannyasi was asking, so you are you are a sannyasi. As a sannyasi, we have to follow this Vedanta Sutra and meditation. You are not following this, you are not associating with that. Why are you doing this? Then the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied that my Guru, the Ishwarapuri, is that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, my Guru instructed that I am a fool. I don't need to read, because I am a fool, I don't understand anything. I only need to do chanting. And this is what chanting the holy name is the only thing. So I have, here. Lord Chaitanya smiled, and as soon as the Chaitanya sannyasi, he immediately offered obeisances. Yes, that's what we have discussed. So his Maharaj tell, by chanting the holy name only, I will get the darshan of the lotus feet of the Lord. So when he was discussing with the Mayavadi sannyasis, he was saying that my Guru has instructed me to chant the holy name. I am not qualified to read all the Vedanta Sutras and do meditation. I am very fallen. I don't understand. So only instruction he gave me is chant the holy name of the Lord. When you chant the holy name, you will be able to see the darshan of the lotus feet of the Lord. Right? This was the instruction he received from the Guru Ishwarpuri. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling this sannyasi. From there, I have been practicing this. But when I am doing this chanting, and then automatically I will be doing the dancing and all the dancing, jumping, everything he was doing, the ecstatic symptoms will appear. So he's saying, it is not, I am not doing intentionally, it is coming by then. So this is the how the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is emphasizing the importance of chanting the holy name. Whatever the benediction that they are receiving, the Brahma and the Dhruva Maharaj, after following so many years of tapasya, same thing, we will get it, the darshan of the lotus feet of the Lord, by chanting the holy name. That is the only available thing for the Kali Yuga. Like we have the verse in Krutaya Jayate Vishnu Tretayam Yajate Maka Dvapare Paricharyayam Kalautad Harikirtanam. Krutaya Jayate Vishnu. In the Kruta Yuga, Satya Yuga, meditation is the main tool to achieve the Lord. And when Tretaya Yajato Maka, in Treta Yuga, where the Lord Ram appeared, at that time, Yajna, performing Yajna is the main tool to get the Lord. And Dvapare Paricharyayam, you have to do the deity worship in the Dvapara Yuga, where Krishna appeared in. And then Kalau Tad Harikirtana. So this is in the Kali Yuga, it's only Harikirtan is the important. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was explaining this to Mayavadi sannyasis, he also told one more point, right? His guru also told the importance of chanting the holy name. He gave this verse to the Ishwarapuri, told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu this verse: Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Nameva Kevalam, Kalau Nasteva, Nasteva, Nasteva Gateranyata. So this is also his guru. From there onwards, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sincerely practicing this instruction, and he's roaming everywhere. And with this, how he was preaching, like we saw in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there are so many pastimes. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chanting the holy name and singing and dancing, he will see when he was traveling all over the places, different places, then he will see one person from a village. He will ask him to chant with him. Then that person will chant. Then he will become ecstatic. He will get all ecstatic symptoms immediately. And he will do chanting. Then that person will go to his village. He will ask another person to chant the same thing. And that another person also, he will get same ecstatic symptoms. Like that, he was to convert whole village into the Krishna devotees. Like they used to chant and they used to get all the prema bhakti, the ecstatic symptoms of love they used to exhibit. So this is how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was doing. I mean, if you see Jagai Madai pastime, right? Jagai Madai were so fallen. If they follow if Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy was not there, they used to do continue so many sinful activities, they would have gone to very different hellish planet. But by mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, within no time, they all been transformed into a pure devotee. They got the love of Godhead. They were by just chanting the holy name, all their dirt was cleansed, and they were get. And if you have to get the love of God, first your contamination has to be removed. That is where in the 9 stages of devotion we see, one step by step. But by chanting the holy name with the association of devotees, all your dirt was cleansed immediately, and you will be getting the Krishna Prema. That's what we can see in Chaitanya Charitamrita, the pastime. Jagai Madai. Even all the Panchatattvas were doing the same thing. It's not that when before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna appeared on the earth planet, right? It's not that he doesn't have all this Krishna Prema. It was there, but it was sealed. It was covered. It was given to people who surrender to the Lord. Those who have who surrendered to the Lord, Krishna was giving this devotion, Krishna Prema. But here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he opened the seal, and he distributed everyone that Krishna Prema without any discrimination. By only eligibilities, you chant the holy name, that's it. You will get the Krishna Prema. That is what he was doing. So even Nityananda Prabhu also doing the same, right? Nityananda Chaitanya Mahaprabhu associate, Nityananda Prabhu. He was also traveling every house, door. He will knock the door. He will ask them, when they open the door, he will ask, just chant the holy name, Hare Krishna. So he used to beg everyone. Like that, they are going. So they are distributing this love of Godhead without any discrimination, right? And one of the disciple of Nityananda Prabhu, he used to have a stick. He used to go there, everyone, he used to hit the person with a stick. And then that person will chant holy name. and he used to exhibit the ecstatic love symptoms. He was getting the Krishna prema. So this is how the Krishna prema was distributed freely. This is called we call causeless mercy, right? What is that causeless mercy? We don't deserve those things, that such kind of mercy. But by the mercy of the devotees, by the mercy of the Lord, we were receiving this. Though we are not eligible in the Kali Yuga by chanting the holy name, and we could see that Chaitanya Srila Prabhupada traveled all over he crossed the ocean and he went to Western countries. Why? To give this Krishna prema. Just by chanting the holy name, they will be able to get the Krishna prema. And we could see that within over a period of 11 to 12 years, many people, all the drug addicts, hippies, melichas, all have been transformed into a pure devotee. So this is the potency of the holy name. So when the translation says, it is difficult to achieve, when in Sanat-kumāras were telling to Prithu Maharaj that you are very much inclined to the glory, chanting the glories of the holy name, and you are, because you already got the shelter of lotus feet of the Lord. It is very rare to achieve everyone. Yes, in that context, when you see all the examples of Bhagavatam, it is very difficult. But when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, he changed all the equations. He started distributing the Krishna prema without any discrimination. Right. So, I would like to conclude here. Any comments, any questions? Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Gaura Bhakta Wrinda ki jai.